Okay guys, this is part 3, but day 2 of my thrifting road trip, and I went to northern Michigan for this trip. I believe these videos, I was like in Alpena and on the east, I hate to call it a coast because I mean in Michigan it's a coast, but people who live in different states might not call it a coast because it's not the ocean. But I was on the east side of the state for this. I hit Alpena and then I'm like coming down Lake Huron. I was so surprised with the thrifting in these areas. I was not expecting it to be that great. Again, these are smaller rural towns, even though they are like the bigger cities in northern Michigan. They're not very populated, and I was not expecting it to be this good. Now, we used to vacation in Alpena, and I would go thrifting, and I never really found anything, but I have noticed, it's been a long time since we vacationed over there, but I did notice that there are a lot more stores in the area, so it's definitely grown since the last time I've been in this area. Same thing for Gaylord. We vacationed once in Gaylord, and it was like night and day when I went this time compared to my daughter was probably 6 the last time we went, and she's about to turn 20 in a couple days. So it's been a long time. Now, if you're interested in how I plan a trip like this, stay tuned. I'm going to show you guys how I do all of that at the end of this video. I sell a couple of these each holiday season. This little house is by Avon. I actually have one listed and it's brand new, and I feel like maybe it's listed too high because it hasn't sold. Usually they don't stick around that long, so I need to check some comps, but I do pick up this Avon house, and then I Google image a couple of those ceramic homes up top, and then I do check out there is like a Walmart in one of those boxes, but they weren't worth very much. Okay guys, Classic Poo is like sells really well on eBay, especially right now. Let's see what this is exactly. Oh yeah, this is a good one. It's only $3.99. I'm not even gonna look this up. I'm just gonna grab it. I don't have time to look everything up. I'm trying to move along. I have a lot of places to stop. I'm gonna put this back for sure. I did a quick Google image search and people have it listed for like 15. So that is going to be a no. This looks like cross-sew. Does it not have a tag? I hate when they don't have a tag. If they don't have a tag, unless it's Ralph Lauren, I don't buy it. I'll do a quick Google image of that pattern, but I guarantee it's going to pop up all kinds of stuff. Guys, this has been like my year to find these suckers. I always sell them for between 50 and 60. So 50 and 60. So definitely keep an eye out for these. If it doesn't work, maybe I can part it out. Don't know. Not testing it. These do really well for me too. That's really cheap. $10. Has a little suction thingy. Definitely. I don't know if I want both of them or I'm gonna look it up really quick and see if I should purchase both or not. Okay, it's definitely worth it for me to purchase both. And then I did search that comforter, and of course like 50 different things came up for it, and none of them looked exactly like it, so that's gonna be a no. Which I had a feeling. That's why, like I said, if it doesn't have the tag, I don't pick it up. And that's a really nice pillow. Let's see if that's anything. I don't think so. I did find a new to me hair product Bolo at this store as well. I shared that over in my Patreon and my Facebook subscriber group. I share 20 Bolos every single month over there, plus at least once or twice a month I make exclusive YouTube videos for those subscribers as well. If you're interested, the link is in the description of this video. So I check out at this store and then I head to the next one, which is a St. Vincent de Paul in the middle of nowhere. These Swiffer vacuum filters don't really sell for much. I picked up 2 of them at this store. They were only a quarter, so that's why I went ahead and picked them up. I'll probably sell them for around $12 for the set of 2. And this is a Christmas item that I do not have listed that I need to get listed today. That is my goal for the day, is to finish this video for you guys and then get going on the rest of my Christmas stuff that isn't listed. I only paid $1 for this and I'm probably going to list it for somewhere between $20 and $30. They really pack it in. This store is very small and they have a lot of stuff inside this store. I thought by getting a shopping cart it would make things a lot easier, and it's turning out to make things so much harder inside this store. Knives are the hardest thing to sell out of a flatware set, and if you notice at thrift stores, they always have more knives than they do forks or spoons. I always blame my kids when we run out of forks or spoons to our sets, and I think it's like a universal thing. All kids must throw away forks and spoons, and the knives just magically stick around for forever. I ended up finding this classic poo lamp, and they only had it priced at $3. I do have that one listed, and I think I have it listed for somewhere around $30. Now, I did remember my blacklight flashlight. These come in handy. I picked these up on Amazon, and I actually purchased like a 5-pack of these so that I can leave one in each of my handbags that I usually take, one in my car, and then one in my daughter's car, because I am forever losing these. These help you find uranium glass, which glows under the black light. I sat and thought about purchasing this fan for way too long. Let me know what you guys would have done. This color is a really popular color. It looked to be in really great shape. I didn't pick it up. The price was super cheap, but I just didn't want to end up holding on to it for forever. Now, this is everything that I end up purchasing. Those hot rollers, I'm probably going to sell just the rollers. I'm not going to sell them as a set. And how cute was this dog? I'm hoping that he was the only one who saw all the stuff fall out of the car when I opened the door to load it up after this stop. Okay, guys, we are getting closer and closer to home. This is the next stop. This is a Goodwill, and like I've mentioned, if something says it's going to cure wrinkles, make you look younger, or make your hair fuller, make your hair grow faster, look it up. That's what those are. Those are a hair thickening serum, and I'm probably going to sell those in a lot. Actually, I think I have them listed as a lot for somewhere around $40. Bath & Body Works aromatherapy is another one that I always look up. Unfortunately, that one wasn't worth anything, but some of those can be worth big money. So I look up every single Bath & Body Works aromatherapy scent that I find. So I end up picking up the hair serum and then a discontinued Yankee candle, and then those rollers, I've talked about those in my hot roller video. Okay, so this, for the most part, I have everything posted that I bought in this trip. I'd say like 90% of it. So I need to get the other part of that up, of course, but as you all know, this is such a crazy time of year, and on top of that, my daughter, again, she turns 20 in a couple days, and then my youngest, her 17th birthday is like a week and a half after that. It's a busy time of year for everybody, but for me and my family, it's even busier. So I thought that in this video, I would show you guys how I plan my thrifting road trips like this. This is what my Google Maps looks like. I have every thrift store in any area that I go to on a normal basis. I throw in retail arbitrage spots and anywhere else that I think I can source eBay inventory, so that if I'm in a new area or an area that I don't go to very much, I can just look on my Google map and see what's in the area of where I'm going and kind of plan out a little trip from there. Travel volleyball starts in January, right after New Year, and we're going to a place that we go to quite often out of state. So I have everything planned. We're leaving early. I'm thrifting all the way down. I know what stores are good, what stores I've gone to before, and where I want to stop and where I don't want to stop. So I'm going to throw up my Google and I'm going to show you guys how I plan trips like this. For this pretend trip, we are going to Lima, Ohio, which they actually do have some pretty good thrift stores. I've thrifted in that area before. So I'm going to get on Google Maps, type in thrift stores, and I'm going to zoom in on Lima. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start clicking on these stores, go to save, and then click favorites. Now, I always make sure that thrift stores are red hearts. So I'm going to use favorites for all of the thrift stores. And all I do is click on the store and then save it in my favorites. And when I'm planning this trip, I usually don't read the reviews right away. I'll do that as it gets closer or like the day before I leave. But for right now, what I do is I just go in and I favorite every single thrift store that is in the area where I'm heading. So again, you just click on the place on the map and then it'll pop up and then you just click save. That's all you do, and then you click favorite, and when you zoom out, this is what it looks like now. Now, let's say you want to do some retail arbitrage while you're in Lima. So I type in TJ Maxx and I go ahead and save that TJ Maxx that is right outside of Lima. But I'm going to save this as want to go so that my retail arbitrage places are a green flag versus the red heart. I have no clue why I do that. I just prefer to. Now you can add notes. Let's pretend that we went to this Goodwill and they had great prices. So I'm going to type in low prices in the notes. You just go back, click save again, and then you can add a note. That way, if I go back to this place in a year or two, I know I want to stop here because they had low prices the last time I was here. Now, let's pretend we are traveling through Findlay, Ohio to get to Lima, Ohio. So I just moved the map on over to Findlay, Ohio, and there is a TJ Maxx over there. So I want to go ahead and save that one as places I want to go again so that it's the green flag versus the red heart. And that's just a preference I have. I don't know why. I just like to be able to look at my map and see the difference between thrift stores and retail arbitrage. Now, I-75 is the way I would go from Findlay to Lima. So I want to search that area for thrift stores. So I type in thrift stores, zoom in on the area. There's nothing right off of 75, but I could stop at this Beatitudes Community Center and take a different route just to be able to stop at this store if it has good reviews. Now, thrift stores is still up in my search bar. So now I'm going over to Findlay. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to save all of the thrift stores in Findlay. Now, this one's called Nearly New Shop. So I want to see if this is actually a thrift store. So I go to the reviews to see what other people have said. Now, I take price complaints with a grain of salt. One person's high prices might not be another person's high prices, but if I constantly see complaints about high prices and I have to choose between two stores, I'm picking the one that doesn't have the price complaints. And sometimes I have to do that because of time constraints. On this trip I just took, I ended up having to drive a little bit extra than what I wanted to because I needed to get to stores that were closing first versus going to the store that was closest to the stop I was at. Especially in these smaller towns, thrift stores will close earlier than usual a lot of the times, so definitely pay attention to the store hours when you're planning a trip like this. Okay, now it's time to zoom out, and this is what the thrift trip is looking like so far. I would just repeat the process for my entire route that I have planned out. So over the years, I have done several trips like this, and the best place other than where I live that I have thrifted is Cincinnati, Ohio, and the worst place is Columbus, Ohio. So Ohio gets the best and the worst thrifting. I'm gonna try my best to be able to pump 3 videos a week out to you guys. My sales on eBay have been crazy. My Poshmark has blown up. Well, blown up, I mean like 2 sales in 10 days, which is amazing for me. My Mercari is super busy. Oh, I just got an offer that came in right now. It has been a challenge trying to keep up, which is a great thing. I've worked so hard on my YouTube this year. I do not want to lose momentum. So again, I am going to try my best to get 3 videos out to you guys a week, with a bonus video coming out on the weekend. That might be a little iffy. I'm not sure. Some weekends it might be a Saturday video. Some weekends it might be a Sunday video. But either way, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate every single one of you. And I will see you on my next video in a couple of days.